Do you guys remember how in Majora's Mask, whenever you would play the Song of Healing, you would see this sort of cutscene play out for every character, showing us a glimpse of that person's life and those tied around them, before they're inevitably transformed into the transformation masks, that is. It happens every time. I mean, first we have Darnami, who is being revered as a Goron hero as everyone cheers him on. Second, you have Mika, and how he loved playing in his band, more so he loved Lulu, who was his vocalist, and would have done anything to help her out, which resulted in Mika's death, unfortunately. And then we have Pamela's father, who was already transformed into a Gypto by the curse brought upon by Ikana, though that one didn't really turn into a transformation mask because the mask itself didn't really have a soul to be attached with because Pamela's father was still technically alive. And then finally, we have the Deku mask, the one we're gonna somewhat try to explain today. You see, the Deku mask is kinda different than the other transformation masks, because it didn't happen naturally, or at least on how the game intends you to do it. And that's by playing the Song of Healing, which heals the souls of those who hear it, thus transforming those memories into a mask. If playing the game for the first time, you really don't get an idea on how this works until it's explained to you by the Happy Mask salesman, and of course we ourselves going out and playing the song on those who have fallen. And yeah, that's when we get the idea that each of the transformation masks was attached to someone who was once alive. That goes for Mika, Darnami, and yes, the Deku Scrub. I mean, the game doesn't straight out tell you on who the Deku mask used to be, but I mean, we already know it's the Deku Butler's son, but you don't know that until you've actually cleared the game, because in the ending credits we do get a look at the Deku Butler mourning the death of his own son, which was that lifeless stump of a tree we saw at the beginning of the game. Yeah, that was him. So the game in its own way is telling us that the Deku Butler's son was killed to transform Link into a Deku Scrub. It's actually pretty ominous on how it keeps hinting at it, because when learning the song Elegy of Emptiness, I think it's Elegy of Emptiness, it creates a statue out of the transformation masks you are wearing at the time. I mean, there's even one of Link, which is kinda creepy. But the one I wanted to point out the most is the Deku Scrub. We can see here what he actually looked like before he was killed and distorted into the gruesome scene we saw for ourselves. So we know that the Skull Kid took the soul of the Deku Butler's son, which resulted in that thing, which kinda makes me wonder, do all Deku Scrubs look like this when they die, or was this a direct effect of Majora's magic? Can't say for sure, but anyways, before Link was transformed into a Deku Scrub, Link seemed to have another one of those memory scenes, where you would see into the life of the ones who were transformed into the masks. So what does this scene tell us about the Deku Butler's son? Because I would imagine these are the memories of the Deku Butler's son. These are his memories playing right in front of Link. And Link is pretty shaken up on what he is seeing. So it starts off with these Deku Scrubs surrounding Link, and they seem to be telling him something because Link then immediately bolts the other way. But look at the way he runs, it's kinda like he's emotionally distraught by what these Deku Scrubs are telling him. He keeps running all while covering his ears. If you go back and see the other memories of Darnami and Mika, in all of those memories, Link doesn't assume their roles. They see themselves as who they are, as you clearly see Mika and Darnami in their own memories. But for some strange reason, Link seems to be assuming the role of the Deku Butler's son. Perhaps this is how the power of Majora's Mask works. Unlike the Song of Healing, which soothes the souls of those who hear it, maybe Majora's Mask lets you witness the worst memories of that said person. I mean, considering the fact that Link saw it for himself. If you look closely, it kinda looks like the Scrubs are picking on Link in some way. So perhaps at one point, maybe the Deku Butler's son was perhaps being picked on. Considering that these are the Deku Butler Sons Memories, we can actually meet these Deku Scrubs in person. You can actually find them within the Deku Shrine. In here, Link is able to race against the Deku Butler himself, and I think this part of the game is available to you after completing the Woodfall Temple. But anyways, upon challenging the Deku Butler in this so-called race, he'll take you through many strange, rigorous locations and paths that just seem very dangerous. At the end of this race though, the Deku Butler will congratulate you by giving you the Mask of Sense. And then he will share his sentiment with you that Link reminds him of his own son, and then later apologizes to Link for being overcompetitive, and then he explains that he was the same way with his own son. So in his own words, he never really went easy on his own son either, and he ends the conversation by saying that he doesn't know why he just up and left like that. Well, I think I have an idea as to why that is. You see, the race itself is very dangerous. You go through some insane platforming where you would meet your own death if you fall. You also traverse through locations with water, which is like a death sentence for Deku Scrubs because they can drown after a certain amount of jumps. And then we make it to this room that has walls of fire blocking your path, which will kill any Deku Scrub in seconds since they are made of wood. And to top it all off, there are rolling boulders as well. Oh, and throughout the whole race, there are also these Deku Scrubs watching you and perhaps even getting ready to attack you if you somehow mess up or slow down. And we know for a fact that the Deku Butler himself told these Deku Scrubs to be there, because at the end of the race, you see them there as well. Which I speculate these scrubs are actually the ones we saw on the Deku Butler Sons Memories before Link was transformed into the Deku Scrub. So maybe this wasn't as fun as the Deku Butler said it was for his son, and maybe his son grew tired of this type of, abuse, I guess. Not trying to go down a dark path here, but come on, this is Majora's Mask we're talking about. And also, why else would the Deku Butler son just up and leave like that without a word? And then we see those awful memories play out right in front of Link as well. Maybe these memories are letting us know that this wasn't a pleasant experience for the Deku Butler's son at all. And maybe that's why the Deku Scrub decided to just up and leave his father behind and ran away from it all. But sadly, he met his end as he was trying to leave Termina. Maybe he was headed for the Lost Woods, who knows? And that's where the Deku Butler found him at the end of the game. Maybe that's the dark truth about the Deku Butler son, a life of torment that he was trying to get away from. And then finally, there's that one final scene where Link plays a song of healing, and then you see this Deku Scrub off into the distance, and Link seems to be waving goodbye at him. But look at his reaction now. He seems a bit more excited, like he's happy he was able to help out the spirit within the mask, instead of, being emotionally distraught like he was before he was transformed into the Deku Scrub. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this. I've been Speculate. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.